Hey, welcome to Saturday Shorties. Today we're looking at some wrestling figures from Hasbro's World Wrestling Federation toy line from the 90s. These toys were a fun cartoony take on the WWF wrestlers from the late 80s and early 90s, who themselves were fairly cartoony too, you gotta admit. So it had good synergy. Some of them were also body horror abominations that should not be. As I mentioned a while ago when I reviewed some Ninja Force characters, their figures all had real ninja action gimmicks, the design of which may have been inspired or facilitated by this line of toys, who all had gimmicks too. I don't mean gimmicks in the wrestling sense of, like, this guy looks like Elvis, etc., but that the figures all had real action wrestling moves. A lot of these are absolutely fine, like the Honky Tonk Man whose action feature is the rattle and roll, where his arms come down and he's supposed to hold his guitar in one to bring it down on his opponent. But I don't have that accessory, so enjoy this, I guess. By the way, a lot of these moves don't correspond with the actual wrestler's signature moves. Honky's real one, the Shake, Rattle and Roll, looks like this. Yeah, they took some liberties with the toy line to say the very least. But that's beside the point. My point is that the move the figure has looks perfectly fine. Some of the others though, oh boy. We'll start fairly mildly with Jake the Snake Roberts and his Python Punch. First of all, when you put his arm up for the punch, you can see the spring like he's got a mechanical arm or something. And when you pull the arm back to release the punch, yikes! Arm does not go that way. Similar is Ravishing Rick Rude with his Rude Awakening headlock. Not sure how the figure is supposed to pull his actual move off, the toy looks best just giving somebody a noogie. One of the arms also gets pulled back for the punch, and ye gods, does that look worse than Jake's? Holy dislocated shoulder, Batman! These first ones though have nothing on my last two examples. Coco Beware with his Birdman Bounce and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat with his Steamboat Springer. Look, I get it, both wrestlers tended to jump off the top turnbuckle, so Hasbro made them have real jumping action, but the way they went about it. Oh dear Lord, no! Jesus! What is this? I don't even... Kurt Russell would put a flamethrower to these guys if he saw this. Necks don't work that way. Jumping doesn't work that way. Yeah, don't try this at home, kids. I'm glad they only adopted some of this real moving action technology for Ninja Force, cause damn, that could have gotten weird. Still, having said all that, these are some weird but cool wrestling action figures, and if you want them in your collection, well, loose ones are still fairly cheap on the secondary market, so go out and find some. Well, I'll see you next time, everybody, and hey, why not like, share, and subscribe if that's your thing.